Hello and welcome to this webinar. My name is Natalie Schrader with Applied Engineering, and today I'll be sharing with you how to customize your icon menu using a separate menu.dat file. I'll be sharing with you today how to refine and speed up your catalog browser searches using favorites, and I'll also be sharing with you how to create a smart drawing template using attribute or fields in your attributes. Go ahead and get started here on customizing the icon menu. Typically, the way that you would customize your icon menu is by using the icon menu wizard found here on the top of your menu ribbon. We click on that, it opens up a dialog box that allows you to select which menu file to be modified. You can browse to a new file. Currently, I'm using an NFP menu. I'm going to go ahead and cancel out of there and show you how my icon menu is configured right now. So this is kind of the standard NFP menu with one exception. Right here I have my menu that I've added to my icon menu using a line in the NFP menu itself. I'll get a little bit deeper into that now. So the NFP menu is found here in the support files, the app data roaming, Autodesk, the version of AutoCAD electrical that you're using, R20ENU, and then support. The menu file is a DAT file that can be opened with Notepad or any other ASCII type editing software here. So this is the top level of that icon menu. Flip back and forth here and I'll show you that. So if you compare these two side by side, you can see that this menu here, this push button, and then this is the slide that it's referring to, and then this $S is referring to a submenu in menu 3, and that can be found further down in this menu file. But that refers to this push button icon here. This is the slide file that it's using for that icon. And then this is the text that's found before this separator. So what I've gone and done is added a special menu to this. Here's my text special menu. You can find that over here. This is the image, is my menu.png. That's the image it's showing here. But then instead of calling a submenu routine, I'm actually calling a command. Now this is telling it to load my menu.dat file. My menu.dat file is actually found off on another server in another location away from Fargo where I'm located. And that's actually calling another DAT file. If I open that here, this will show that I have a different submenu within that. If I click on this, show how these are different. Now this is my menu. You can see my top level here only has 3 icons. I have my default electrical menu, my custom library, and my user circuits. Now within there, you can notice that this line is very similar to the one in my ACE NFP menu. What this does, the one in my ACE NFP menu is actually calling my menu.dat file, and then the line in my menu.dat file is calling back the default electrical menu. That allows me to toggle back and forth between the two menus using separate .dat files. Why would you want to do that? Well, the benefit of using a separate menu file for all of my custom icons is that I can place this out on a network location so that everyone has access to the same custom symbols. And when I go to upgrade, I only need to add that one line back into my standard menu file, and it will refer back to my custom icons. So I don't have to go about adding those icons using the icon menu wizard more than one time. Next, we'll kind of review how catalog browser searches can be refined and sped up using favorites. So if I go to my catalog browser and do a search for fuses, you can see that several different busman fuses, that's the search term I've used here, come up. Now, if I only use 4 or 5 different busman fuses, I can add those to my favorites. This one's already been added, as noted by the star with the minus sign. So this is asking if I would like to remove that from my favorites. This one here, I have not added to my favorites, but I can do so just by simply left-clicking on that line in the catalog And then when this smaller box comes up, I can add that catalog number to my favorites list by clicking on the star. Now to view the ones that I've added to my favorites already, I can click on this star up in the top right corner here, and that will show me a more streamlined list of the fuses that I'm going to use that I've already favorited. This can really speed up your searching within the catalog. You maybe only use 10 or 15 different fuses, if that, and so this can really streamline your searching. Very simple, very effective, very efficient. The last thing that I'm going to cover is customizing your drawing template. Here I've already started with the drawing template. You can see in here I've already added some attributes. I have an engineer attribute checked by, job number, drawn by. You can notice here down in the bottom I have a WD_TB. This helps with the mapping as found in the Project tab of your menu ribbon and the Other Tools panel. I have the number of sheets, the total number of sheets, my drawing number, and some title information here. I'm going to go ahead and insert an attribute by defining the attribute as date, and then I'm going to insert it as a field. What this allows me to do is actually update that date when the drawing is created without having to type the information in. It will automatically take it from the computer's information. If you select field, this dialog box comes up. You can refine the field categories here with this drop-down menu. I'm going to use the date field, and then I'm going to format it according to the dialog box on the right side here. Select OK. Then I can go ahead and change the text height. I can change the rotation. For example, here the CAD number, it's been rotated by 90 degrees. I can make that attribute invisible, constant. I can lock the position of it. You can see here this is grayed out, and that is because it is a field. That will not show up in the drawing, however. I'm going to select OK to insert that. And then I'm going to go ahead and go back to my Project tab, to my title block setup to map those attributes. Something else that you can do that helps with mapping these attributes is you can actually create what's called a .wdl file that helps to set up these project values with the attribute. And what that does is it actually creates a text file that changes the line items. I've got one here, I'm just going to move it over so I can see it. So now you can see when I've moved that .wdl file over here, I've got my project values are easier to map here to what my attributes are. So after I finish doing these, mapping these all out, I do some from the drawing values too. Map all of these over so that I'm getting my descriptions from my drawing. Select OK. I will save this drawing. Then I'm going to go in and create my block. I have to type in a name for my block and specify the objects that I want to include in that block. I'm going to select the entire template here, and that will go ahead and create a block from the entire template that I've created. Now I'll save this out as a drawing template. Down here in the command prompt, you'll notice that it's asking me for the file format I'd like to save this drawing as. I'm going to save this into the default template folder. That way all my templates are together. Now I'm able to go ahead and create a new drawing with that template. I'll apply my project default values to my drawing, and then I'll have a new drawing created. One last thing. I forgot to update the template that I wanted to use for my new drawing. Try that again. And here, you have to specify the template that you'd like to use. So this is the new drawing template that I just created, right here. Then it will create my new drawing. And that is how you can create a drawing template simply and easily using fields.